I'm Wolfgang Gärtner, Head of International Marketing for Saxony Tourism. Yeah, I've been doing this job for 23 years and I've also come to Korea quite often already, and I'm very happy that I can finally be back here in Korea. Saxony is Germany's #1 cultural destination. Saxony is one of the 16 states of Germany. Dresden is the capital and Leipzig is the largest city. Dresden is quite well known, and normally it's always better known than the state of Saxony that it's the capital of. Leipzig is the city in Europe which had a lot of music history, just like Vienna. So it's the only serious rival to Vienna. There are a lot of people who come to study music in Saxony, which is one of our greatest strengths. Before World War II, Saxony was the most important region of Germany. People just have forgotten that because Chemnitz and Dresden were the most industrialized city, and Leipzig was kind of the world trade center, yeah, the most important trading place in the world. They still have this certain sadness that people don't know anymore about all the wonderful things in Saxony. And they're very proud of their history and what they've achieved and created. And so the good thing is, you will never get lost in Saxony, because if you come to a place, you pull out a map, somebody will come and help you. If you come to the tiniest village, somebody will try to convince you that this is the most beautiful place on earth. If you come from another continent, from another world, in a way, you want to see something that is exotic. Normally the large cities in Germany are not very beautiful because of the war destruction, but Dresden and Leipzig both are. And then there are a number of smaller towns which were never touched by the war, many hundred years old. Meißen, for example, is the oldest town, and our region was even called Meißen for the first 500 years. And Görlitz, which is a town on the Polish border, is even considered to be the most beautiful town of Germany because it has 4,000 historic monuments, which, to put that in perspective, is 6 times more than the famous Rotenburg of the Taube. The last thing that opened before the virus hit was the renovated Old Masters Picture Gallery in Dresden, which is very famous, one of the best collections in the world, and I had renovated it for many years. But I want to single out another attraction in Dresden again, the Royal Palace. So the Royal Palace was destroyed in World War II and has been rebuilt since 1985. And it's now almost complete because in the last few years they recreated a lot of the original rooms, but it's also a museum of the Dresden State Art Collection. So now it's a mixture of a palace and a museum, and you can take a time travel to the Renaissance and Baroque periods. So now we have to teach people not to only visit the famous Green Vault, but to see the whole palace because it's such a major attraction now. So Saxons always had a sweet tooth. There's a cake which you can only find in Saxony, which is called Eierschecke. It's at the bottom, it's like a cheesecake, and on top it's like a sweet omelette. Then of course the Stollen, the famous Christmas cake from Germany, is only original if it comes from Dresden. Even protected, you cannot bake a Stollen anywhere in the world and say this is Dresden Stollen or Dresden style Stollen. This is a protected trademark and it's very special. However, in Saxony, which is kind of like the Christmas region of Germany, where most of the things were invented that you associate with German Christmas, like the Nutcracker, for example, or the Stollen, which I already mentioned. So the Christmas season also very, very important. It's also high season. Bring enough time. Once people are there, they find that their expectations are far exceeded, and they said, I wish I had brought more time. So that's good advice to not cut it too short. Koreans love Germany. When I come to Korea, I always feel extremely welcome, and you can be assured when you come to Saxony, you'll be as welcome as we are here. And I think Saxons are very curious and also want to learn about people that they have not met before. Everybody will try their best to make your stay as pleasant as possible. And remember, you're coming to Germany's #1 cultural destination, so you can enjoy a lot of wonderful architecture, some of the best art collections in the world, and an amazing musical place. Herzlich willkommen in Sachsen, Deutschlands Kulturreiseziel Nummer 1.